Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm a makeup artist and medical esthetician based in Toronto, Canada. Today is a very special video because I am doing a collab video with my dear friend Maria from Nightstar Beauty. If you're not familiar with who Maria is, then check out her channel, Nightstar Beauty, for in-depth reviews on luxury makeup. And she kind of shows you how to use fun makeup and make it more wearable so you don't feel limited with what you can and can't use. We are doing a giveaway, so there will be two different giveaways. There's going to be a giveaway here on my channel, and then there will be another giveaway on Maria's channel. Watch through the video, you'll find out what we're giving away and how to enter the giveaway, and there will be some other details about entering the giveaway in the description box down below. So if you are interested, make sure you enter the giveaway because I will be shipping this giveaway internationally. So without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Welcome everybody, and we're going to start off, Zack, with our primer for our Christmas Day makeup. What primer are you using?
I have the Guerlain Meteorites base.
I've never tried that, and you picked for me the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, which this was one of my favorites, but I just haven't used it for quite a while because I like the milk, the Hydro Grip Primer. That's the one I use a lot now.
Yes, I bought that one because of you, and oh my goodness, that one, it sticks, everything stays on with it.
I think from memory when I used this primer, I only use a little bit. I just put 2 pumps on, but I think I only use a little bit, so.
Yeah, that Guerlain primer, the one I'm using, the Hourglass primer, that is such a weird one because a little bit goes such a long ways.
So next I will put on the foundation, and I am using, or the one that you chose for me, is the Chanel Ultra Le Tint Velvet. This is in the small black bottle, but holds standard 30 mils. So I do have to give this a shake though.
And then I'm going to be using the one that you chose for me, Maria, and that is the Lumiere Soft Fluid Foundation. This is a foundation I've been so back and forth on for years. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. My shade, I will say now, it's too dark because I bought this when I was fake tanning a lot. So we're going to have to blend a little bit. But it's a really nice foundation. I just found out that Lumiere discontinued their color line here in Canada, so we only have their skincare products.
I saw a video on, because I've got that Lumiere foundation and I really like it. I haven't actually tried it in the warm weather. I will. It probably is maybe more of a autumn winter one for me. But I did see a video where someone didn't like it. But when they pumped it on their hand, they said, oh, it's really watery. And it's not. But you need to shake the bottle on that one.
Yeah. I find I feel like if I had the right shade, this would be one of my favorite foundations. But I find the thing with this foundation, and also with the Chanel foundation, you can't use too much. You have to use just enough.
It's quite fragranced, but it's nice. It doesn't last very long, the fragrance though.
No, and especially because I think
great one.
That the Chanel one, it's an alcohol base, so it's that fragrance is going to evaporate really quickly. Ooh, well,
see, I didn't know that. You see, that's why you're the makeup artist and I'm not.
That comes from my love of cosmetic chemistry. I love knowing how things work.
Well, you chose for me the Chantikai Concealer, which is fine for under my eyes, but and I use the Sisley one under my eyes and the Chanel one under my eyes. But I have 2 concealers and I will use them. I'm just going to have a look in my drawer. So for my face, I either use now the Tom Ford one, the new shade in Illuminate, or the Dior Forever Skin Correct. These are just a little bit too heavy for under my eyes, and I've tried them lots of different ways, and I've come to the conclusion that they're just too heavy for under my eyes. but they are great when I want a little bit of extra coverage on my face.
Now, do you find the Tom Ford has a heavy fragrance? Because I had the foundation and I found it was just a little too fragrant for me. Do you feel like the concealer has the same fragrance that the foundation does?
Well, I'm going to put it on now, so I'll let you know. I mean, I've used it before. I can't remember what's fragranced. It can't be too bad because it doesn't bother me. Anything that doesn't bother me,
Yeah.
yes, it does have a fragrance exactly the same as the foundation.
Oh, okay. So then I might skip on that because the fragrance and the foundation bothered me. So the concealer you chose for me, Maria, is the Burberry Cashmere Concealer, and I have shade Ivory 00. I liked this one because the one that was a little bit more luminous had like a little brush, almost like a YSL Touche Éclat, where this one has more of like a sponge applicator.
So this is the Chantikai Concealer. I think this is in, I can never read, I think it's number 3, but everything that I'm putting on today I'll have in the description box below anyway.
Yes, and I'll do the same as well.
Most coverage I can get with the least amount of product. That's what works for my mature eyes.
So I am going to start off with an eye pencil by Estee Lauder. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Pencil in the shade Onyx.
Haven't tried that before.
They are good pencils. You just have to work very, very quickly because when it dries, you can't move it. Which is good because, especially for me, I get really kind of watery eyes. If I put anything under my eyes, it's going to be halfway down my face before I'm ready to leave the house. So these pencils are really nice. So I'm going to use it to create a base for the cream shadow I'm going to use. Oh, you like doing your brows before you do your eyeshadow?
I do. So I always move on to my brows. And I don't spend a lot of time. I make sure they're brushed up and I fill them in slightly and slightly darken them. This is the Huda Beauty. It's in rich brown. This is the Bomb Brows one. I really like this. It's a really fine tip and it's just really, really good.
I am going to blend out my pencil using a rougher number 23. I love this brush. It's just so teeny tiny and you can get really detailed. Before I go on to the other eye, I'm going to go ahead and apply shadow. And for shadow, Maria chose a By Terry Ombre Blackstar. This is the shade Misty Rock. These are one of my favorite cream eyeshadow formulas. But kind of piggybacking off what you were saying, for every day, I like a good neutral lip because especially like if you're going to go out for lunch or something, you're wearing a bright lip, like a bright red, touching that up after lunch or it coming off during your lunch can be a nightmare.
And I don't know if it's something I do, but lipstick just never seems to last on me. So if I'm out, it's something I need to touch up quite a lot. So if I then wear a bold lipstick, I'm going to be forever touching it up. I don't know. It's just something I do. It just doesn't seem to last on me very long, which is fine. But
have you ever tried setting your lipstick with a little bit of a translucent powder?
No, I've never tried that. Oh.
That can be a great little trick because it's going to kind of dry out the surface of the lipstick, but it's not going to make the rest of the base feel dry. It's just going to keep it in place a little bit longer. You're not going to get like hours more wear. It's still going to wear off fairly quickly, but it will just help it last a little bit better than it would on its own. So I'm going to use BK Beauty A503, and I'm just going to kind of start blending out that cream shadow. Now, do you use cream eyeshadows, Maria?
I have some. I don't have a lot of them though. Of course, there's those formulas, the cream to powder. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Bobbi Brown. I think I've got a few of those sticks. I get 2 or 4 of them. I did a video on it a while ago using them, and they dry really, you don't have to panic when you put them on, but you do have to work quite quickly with them.
Yeah. And that's something I like. I know, like, when I've seen other people's YouTube videos, some people aren't fans of cream eyeshadows that dry down. And I like them because creams tend to move around, and on your eyelids, if you have a cream that doesn't dry and it just keeps moving, then it's going to end up where you don't want it.
Yeah.
So I like ones that dry down, so that way it gives me like a sense of security. I know it's going to stay on.
So I'm just putting it under my eyes. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder palette. And I use the colour. I'll just turn it so you can see it. This one here.
Yeah, I remember when we were choosing products for each other, you showed that to me, and I don't know how I missed that By Terry now had the powder as a pressed version, because I have it as a loose powder, and when I was working at Nordstrom, that was the only option they had. They didn't have the pressed one yet, at least that I know of.
I have tried the powder for my face. It's not my favourite, but for under my eyes, for some reason, it's perfect. And I think because it doesn't dry down too much, it sets it, but doesn't feel really dry. So I just find that this perfect. Now, one of my subscribers has actually asked, have I tried using this as an eyeshadow as well? And I've actually, because this is the fair to medium palette, but I also picked up the medium to dark palette. So what I'll do in the future, a video, is use both palettes and try and do a full face with them.
Oh, that would be fun. Because since that could give you like almost like a fun like 90s-esque like kind of smoky look using those like different skin tone colors.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So I'll give it a go. So now I'm going to powder my face, set my foundation down. And I've got the Sisley in front of me, and I've got the Chanel. So I think I will use the Chanel. And on some of my videos recently, I've been baking it on with a damp beauty blender. But this foundation, the Chanel one, is more matte. So what I'll do is I'll just use a fluffy brush. This is a Lumiere powder brush. And I'll use the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. And just dust some of this on. I don't need a lot because the foundation's more matte. So, but just enough to sort of set it down.
I am going to add on the next eyeshadow shade that Maria picked out, and that is the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadow in the shade Reflex, and looks like this really pretty shimmery tone. Now, have you tried the Hourglass Scattered eyeshadows?
No, I haven't tried them.
They are really interesting because it's definitely a powder, but it almost feels like a cream when you're blending it.
Nice. I'm going to put on bronzer now. This you chose for me, the Westman Atelier. It's the Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer. And this is in the darker shade. It's the Soleil Rich one. Really beautiful packaging. So
they do. I love their packaging. It's really, really pretty. Yes.
Yeah,
I remember when we were going through each other's makeup collections and I saw that, I'm like, use that. And that was totally a selfish request because it is on my list to try, but I wanted to see it in action before I bought it.
It is quite dark, but it blends really well. And this is with the Tom Ford bronzing brush. It's really good.
That is such a good brush. Do you have the more recent version that's synthetic, or do you have the natural hair version?
I'm pretty sure this is synthetic.
I've tried his natural hair version, but I've not tried his newer synthetic version. I've heard there's not a huge difference between the two. I'm just gonna take a little cotton bud with some Bioderma and sharpen up this edge.
So now I'm going to put on eyeshadow. Zack picked out for me, that's the Tom Ford Quad. It's Double Indemnity. So I'll just take out the 2 little brushes that come with it. I have tried this before. I don't think I've done a video on it though.
Such a pretty palette.
It is really, really pretty. And I've also picked out, and I haven't shown this on a video, it's an older one. And this is Mink Mirage by Tom Ford. And why I bought it is because if I want to add in a matte to one of the quads, I can just reach for this palette. And by itself, it's really, really beautiful though. I've tried it by itself.
That is a beautiful palette, and if you're someone who really loves the Tom Ford shadows, a lot of them are all really shimmery, so you could definitely use something like Mink Mirage to kind of get more bang for your buck out of your other palettes.
The Mink Mirage one first, and the lightest color here, I'm going to take Sonia G as the Jumbo Blender, and I'm just going to put this all over each lid.
Now, this is something that I added afterwards, but I didn't want to use a black liner on the bottom or my lower lash line because sometimes I feel like it could be too harsh. So I'm going to take a brown. This is from Pat McGrath. This is her Permagel eyeliner in the shade Black Coffee. And I'm just going to use a tiny bit of that on the outside corner of my eye. Have you tried the Pat McGrath eyeliners?
I haven't tried Pat McGrath eyeliners. I've got quite a lot of her eyeshadows. I've tried her foundation and it just doesn't work for me. It looks stunning for the first 2 hours. It looks beautiful when you first put it on, and then it just gets too oily on my skin. And I even tried it in winter and it's still got that oily look.
So I'm going to go back to the By Terry cream eyeshadow stick, and I'm going to use this to kind of line the rest of the way under my eyes. Was that a limited edition palette or was that a permanent palette?
I don't know. And I think I might have got this in New Zealand. And the problem with New Zealand is that we don't get the new release Tom Ford palettes here. So I just like the color story. So I just picked it up.
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty. If that's a permanent fixture, I might need to grab it.
Does he have on the back if it's limited edition on his palettes?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No, I don't know.
I'm going to go back in with the A503, and I'm just going to kind of smudge under. That's something I also love about working with cream shadows, is I can just go back and fix any little things I want to with a little bit of foundation or concealer. I am going to move on to powder, and I had Maria choose a few powders for me because I like a few different powders. So the first one I'm going to use is the powder Maria chose for my under eyes, and that is the Pat McGrath Labs Under Eye Blurring Powder in the shade Light, which kind of looks like it's white. And then I like this powder. I love this powder. It's really good for blurring and smoothing the under eyes, but you have to use a tiny, tiny bit. And I like applying it with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to apply it with a BK Beauty number 201. And I was thinking, you said you haven't tried this powder, have you?
No, I haven't tried it. A lot of people love it, but I might pick it up.
For face powder, you chose for me the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder, and I have the shade number 1 Mousseline Pastel. And my packaging is the limited edition one from Lunar New Year, but it is their little like 4-quadrant powder, and you could use it with a sponge. I just always dump some in the lid and then mix it all together with the big brush. Oh, and I'm applying my powder with a IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball powder brush. Really nice fluffy brush. IT Cosmetics has some really lovely brushes. Brushes are something I go through stages. This year, I really got caught up with buying brushes from BK Beauty and Refer. And then later in the year, once I met you and another YouTuber, you two introduced me into trying Sonia G. And then I started really getting into Sonia G. And some of my brushes that I have, like my IT Cosmetics and MAC brushes, they started to get pushed towards the back burner. But then I started working on a brand review video that will be out soon for IT Cosmetics. And then I started grabbing and trying the brushes again so I could give them a good review. And I was like, wow, why am I not reaching for these? They're really good. My only thing with some of the IT Cosmetics brushes is they're all synthetic, and I do like synthetic brushes, but for synthetic brushes, they can get really expensive. So now that I've powdered, I'm going to start applying my face powders. And for face, I'm going to start with my highlighter, and I'm using the new holiday collection Chantikai Highlight in Pearl, which you just did a review on the collection. So really beautiful, cute little bird.
Gorgeous. Yeah, really, really gorgeous.
Now, I only bought the highlight from the collection because I was very, very torn on it, and I didn't know what to buy. And since it was limited, I only wanted to buy one piece, and mine just arrived yesterday. So this is my first time using it, and oh my goodness, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really gorgeous.
The base color is a little more translucent as well, which makes it very flexible, I'm finding. That's really pretty.
So I'll put on my mascara, and this is the Sisley So Stretch one. I really love this mascara. It really does lengthen the lashes, and it doesn't transfer with my oily skin, and it's just a really good mascara.
And then
And you put on bronzer, Zack?
Yes, I applied my bronzer, which for bronzer, Maria chose the Guerlain Sunkissed bronzer in 00 Cool. And then I also quickly did my brows, my lashes for brows. I used the Chanel Le Sourcil in blonde, and then this little cute sample size of the Givenchy Lash Disturbia mascara.
So now just got to put on my blush and lipstick and a bit of highlighter. But before I do that, we're just going to show you the products that we're giving away. So Zack's got 2 or 3 products he's giving away, and I've got 2 or 3 as well. So just very quickly, I've got the very newly released. This is one of the Viseart Petite Fours palette. This is in the shade Bullion, which I've done a video on. All 4 of the palettes are just really, really beautiful. Love them. And one of my favorite mascaras and a new discovery for me, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury, the Legendary Lashes Volume 2. I love this mascara. It gives great volume and doesn't transfer. It's really beautiful. And the third product I've got for the giveaway, it's from the Ombre for the hair products. And this is a small little kit. It has a run-through detangling primer, a royal blowout heat styling spray, and a Mystify restyling spray. And it comes in this really beautiful packaging. So those are the 3 products for the giveaway, and the rules for this giveaway we'll do towards the end of this video.
And the products that I picked up for the giveaway is I picked up this cute little duo, which includes the Urban Decay Naked 3 mini palette, and then an eyeliner pencil in the shade Perversion, which is a really nice inky black eye pencil. I also picked up a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray, which is one of my favorite setting sprays. I picked up a mini Pillow Talk lip duo, which includes the original Pillow Talk lipstick and lip pencil, and a holiday season, so we need a good waterproof mascara, Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. Really nice one for those big holiday lashes.
They're great products. Both of us have got great products for this giveaway. So now I'm going to get on to blush. This is the new Chantikai one. It came out for their holiday release. I really think this is a beautiful blush. So I'm just going to open it up, and this goes on. It looks really pigmented, but it actually is quite subtle. So I'm going to use, first of all, to see how it looks, the Terracotta brush, and pop some on. I might go in with the BK Beauty blush brush as well if I want some more payoff.
I'm going to apply blush as well. I have the blush Maria chose for me, which is from Chanel. This is in number 72, Rose Initial, and I'm going to use my It Cosmetics French Boutique Blush Brush, which is one of my favorite blush brushes. I love how blush just kind of pulls the entire look together. Now, before I move on to lips, I'm just going to buff my skin because I always need to buff. So for buffing, Maria chose the Guerlain Meteorites, and I have shade number 2 Light. And you're a fan of the Meteorite powders, aren't you?
I really like them, and I got their latest release one too, so I don't think I'll use that today though. The holiday one is really, really lovely. I love the smell of them. I love the smell.
I think it's Orchid is what Guerlain says it is. I think it's just absolutely beautiful in the scent and what it does to the skin, because it just makes the skin look almost creamy in a sense.
So I'm just going to pop on some highlighter. This is the Dior Forever, the Luminizer. This is in, it's Nude Glow. Yeah, number 1 Nude Glow.
That's such a great shade. And it's a very kind of universal champagne color.
The intake, the Sonia G, it's the Smooth Buffer. Is that what it's called? The Smooth Buffer? Yep. And then I just go over just to blend everything in.
That brush has been on my wish list for ages, but it's always out of stock.
It's a great brush.
Oh, I want it. When it comes back in stock, I have my Beauty List notifications turned on. I will pick that up. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips because for me, that is such a slow process. And I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Pencil in Ilona.
I've got one of her lip pencils. I think they're really nice. But today I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one in Pillow Talk.
So I love that shade. I've been through 3 of them now.
It's one of the more newly released by Terry. It's in the shade 2 Nudissimo. These are beautiful. I have this in 2 shades, but this is just a really soft color. It is really, really gorgeous.
And then for lips, I'm using one of the Gucci satin lipsticks. This is in shade Blaze of Noon. Really beautiful, slightly warmer kind of nude shade, which I really enjoy.
And then finally, I'm going to take the Sonia G Face 1 brush and use the Chantikai blurring powder. This is in light medium. And just buff that all over.
That Chantikai powder looks stunning. That's another product I think I would like to try out.
It's really good powder, and I find too that if I do get a bit shiny, it's going to happen more in the summertime with me. I can just grab this and this brush and just buff in, and it doesn't, just because you're adding the powder, it doesn't make you look cakey or anything like that. It just brings it back to that really smooth look again. It's really beautiful.
For me, I'm not a huge lip wearer person, so I always like to take a tissue and just blot it and remove most of the product. Only thing I'm going to do to finish my look is I'm going to give my face a mist with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray.
Sometimes I use the setting spray, sometimes I don't. That is a good setting spray though.
This is one of my favorites, and when I was trying to choose products for the giveaway, I'm like, what are things I love? And I'm like, I love this. This is like one of my favorites of this year. So I needed to have it in the giveaway.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I really like it.
It's fun. I love the look you created. Really, really nice.
I love your eyes. Your eyes look really good.
Very dark. I don't
know. You normally have.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened, but the last couple weeks, I'm just like, let's do smoky eyes. I think it was that Givenchy, edit that out. I think it was the Givenchy eyeshadow palette for holidays that made me kind of fall in love with doing smokier looks again.
And now I can have my hair down so it's not in the way. I just find with it down, it often just gets in the way, but it's just too long. So, right. that's our look, and we also better now talk about the rules for our giveaway.
Very, very simple way to enter the giveaway. You just need to make sure you are subscribed to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Now, you can enter one of the giveaways or you can enter both of the giveaways. If you want to double your chances of winning, you can enter both. So you don't feel obligated to subscribe to both channels. Subscribe to who you want to enter the giveaway for if you haven't already subscribed.
And this is, well, for me, it is an international giveaway. Is it an international giveaway for you, Zack?
Yep, international as well.
Okay, so that's really, really good. So yeah, anyone can enter if you wish to do so. And in the comment, as I said, I'm going to outline all this in the description box anyway. But in the comment when you leave it, just say that you do want to enter the giveaway. It helps sort of filter out those who are just commenting and those who do want to enter the giveaway. And this giveaway will be open for just over a week and will close on December the 14th. The other thing that I just want to remind you of is that once we've picked the winner and we wrap up and send the parcel, that from that day on, it's really out of our hands. Sometimes they can be delivered really quickly, but we're in the Christmas season, so it could take a bit longer. So we can't be held responsible for how long the giveaway products will get to you.
Yeah, it's shipping, holiday season, it takes a bit and it will be there. We will get it to you. Just be patient with us.
Please do read the description box just to go over the rules. Both Zack and I will draw each of our winners not long after the competition has closed, and that'll be done by random comment picker that I use. And so I'll post a video quite quickly after the giveaway closes, probably about a couple of days after.
So I will be doing the same. I will choose a winner via random comment selector, and then you can give me a way to contact you and I can send you a package.
So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thanks everyone for joining Zack and I getting ready for our Christmas Day makeup look.
Yes, and again, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out of your day to watch. And if you enter the giveaway, best of luck.
So we will catch you again in our next video.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.